Does science disprove God? It's the question that has been asked since science first started. For the purposes of this presentation, on the positive side, the discussion of Darwinism will be put forth. On the negative, the argument that the universe and humans were created by God. Positive, science does disprove God. Before we get into it, what is Darwinism? Darwinism is a theory that all living beings today are the result of evolution through natural selection. And again, natural selection is when organisms develop superior mutations to their predecessors and tend to produce offspring that survive longer. Oxford atheist and Darwinian scientist Richard Dawkins once said that you shouldn't believe anything without evidence. Now, he has withdrawn that comment and instead said, "I believe but I cannot prove that all life, all intelligence, all creativity, and all design anywhere in the universe is a direct or indirect product of Darwinian natural selection." He continued to say, design cannot precede evolution, and therefore cannot underlie the universe. Pretty much, he believes we're descendants from apes. Whatever begins has to have a cause, right? According to philosopher William Lane Craig, it is foolish to try to prove this to be wrong, because it is obvious that whatever begins to exist has to have a cause, and that the universe exists, and therefore the universe has a cause. The Doppler effect is evidence for the beginning of the universe. This is the effect of wavelengths changing, which can be seen when an ambulance passes you and goes from a high pitch to a lower pitch. These wavelengths can be observed in colour in space, from the Big Bang. The redshift shows that the galaxies are moving further, whereas if it was blue, it would be static. Furthermore, evidence discovered in 1965 showed that there was energy out in the universe in the form of background radiation, existing in the same amounts in every direction, confirming there was an initial explosion, disproving those scientists who still believed that the universe was static. Based on these two forms of evidence, very few scientists today disagree with the fact that the universe is expanding. Most scientists believe that everything that exists was created 13.7 billion years ago, and that all matter, energy, space, and time originated out of nothing. However, the philosopher that says that everything must be created out of something believes that the cause exists outside of our realm, and is very powerful. Negative. Science does not disprove God. It is reasonable to believe that this environment that is here for us today is so incredibly unlikely to have occurred naturally that it must have been designed by some sort of creator, a god. The number of coincidences that would have had to occur for this one perfect and habitable planet to be created that we cherish is incomprehensible. Stephen Hawking said that the chance of this world being created naturally is the same as though a bunch of monkeys were typing randomly a computer and one of them ended up typing a Shakespeare play. There are four possibilities put forward for explaining the fine-tuning of the universe: multiverse universes, natural law, chance, or design. The theory of multiple universes says that there are so many universes that statistically it is probable that at least one was just right for us. However, there is zero evidence for this theory, and it is just a desperate attempt to prove that God doesn't really exist. The natural law theory implies that this universe was made so that it wasn't possible for there not to be humans. However, if one of the constants in the universe was slightly different, this would not be the cause. Ours is one of a million galaxies in the observable universe, said by Stephen Hawking. Based on the principle of chance, our world was created by pure chance. The universe has 1 million other galaxies to work with, and in our Milky Way, we exist. Is it chance? Finally, there is design. The world was created by the Creator. God created mankind, his prime jewel, and built a universe around that jewel to complement it. When people look at the stars, it shouldn't remind them that they are small, but how special they are in God's eyes. In Genesis, we are told that we are made in his image. We were made to be capable of worshipping him, unlike other creatures. Some of history's greatest scientists believe in God. These included Kepler, Pascal, Boyle, Newton, Faraday, and Mendel. The list of scientists who believe in God goes on further, which shows that there is no war between science and Christianity. The most reasonable answer. Based on the evidence put forth in this video, it is most likely that the perfect condition for human inhabitants were indeed created by chance or the multiverse theory. There is likely so many combinations that aren't right for life, or there is and we just don't know about them. And if our combination didn't go right, then we wouldn't be here, we would cease to exist, and no one would ever have known what could have been.